Today I want to walk you through a homework problem. It's number 13, Unit 1, Homework 4. And here's the problem. A store sells cashews for $5 a pound and peanuts for $1.50 per pound. The manager mixes 23 pounds of peanuts with some cashews and sells the mixture for $3 per pound. How many pounds of cashews should be mixed with the peanuts so the mixture produces the same revenue as selling the nuts separately? Now, when we're given a problem like this, we have to think in terms of translating the situation into algebraic equations. And that's what we're going to do next. So here's what we know. And a lot of times when I'm working on these, I actually underline so that I know. Sorry, that's my phone. So that I know what I'm looking at without having to go back and reread the whole thing each time. So there are 23 pounds of peanuts. There are some cashews. In algebra, that tells us something. The cashews sell for $5 a pound. The peanuts sell for $1.50 a pound. And what we want to do is mix the two nuts and sell that mixture for $3 a pound. Now, what the manager hopes to be able to do with this mixture is produce a mix so that it is the same revenue as selling the nuts separately. So we sell the mixture for $3 a pound, and we want that to be the same amount of money that we would receive if we sold peanuts for $1.50 and cashews for $5. So we know that the mix is 23 pounds of peanuts and some cashews. And in algebra, of course, some is going to be a variable. So I'm going to use X for some cashews. Now I'm going to translate that into an algebraic equation. So the mix, since that's the other thing I don't know, the mix, that's Y, is means equals 23 pounds and or plus X. So there's my first equation. Now, we can't do anything with that unless we have a second equation so that we can solve for the variables. We're going to take these two equations, see where they intersect, and that will give us our answer. So let's read again. And notice here that I've identified my variables. So Y is the pounds of the mixture, X is the pounds of cashews. And I highly recommend and encourage you to always set down a little table that says what your variables refer to, so when you get an answer, you don't just mess up your variables, but you know what the numbers mean. The second thing that we're told is about the revenue, how much money comes in from selling these nuts. And we know that the mixture will be $3 times Y, because that is the pounds of mixture. And for the peanuts, we have $1.50 times 23 pounds. And for the cashews, they sell for $5 a pound, and there's X pounds of them. That would be 5X. Now the manager wants to do this so that these amounts are equal. So here's where they are sold separate. And this is how much money we get if they are sold as the mix. Now this is all of the preliminary work that we have to do in order to solve the system of equations. But now that I have two equations, I'm able to solve that system. Now remember, X is the pounds of cashews, the number of pounds of cashews. Y is the number of pounds of mix. And if you remember, I've told you this is a clue. When you have Y equals, that means substitute. So take your 23 plus X and put it in your other equation, your second equation, anywhere that you have a y. So that means we have $1.50 times 23 plus 5x equals 3 times 23 plus x. Now let's do the arithmetic. We have 1.5 times 23. That gives me 3450 plus my 5x. And 3 distributed across this binomial, 3 times 23 gives me 69. And 3 times x plus 3x. And I want my x's on one side, everything else on the other, and I'm going to do that by subtracting 3x from both sides. So then I have 3450 plus 2x equals 69, and I'm going to subtract 3450 from both sides. That gives me 2x equals 3450. And when I divide both sides by 2, I find that x is equal to 17.25. But what does that refer to? That tells me the number of pounds. Since x equals the number of pounds of cashews, this tells us that we need 17.25 pounds of cashews. And that was the answer that we needed there. Another way we could have done this would have been to have put these into the slope-intercept form, both of them into the slope-intercept form, put them in our graphing calculator, and see where they intersect, because that's what you're looking for with the system, is where do they intersect. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any other questions.